the most anticipated earnings releases for the week of July 29, 2024. Presented by earningswhispers. Are you ready? This is the week you've been waiting for. It isn't the busiest week of earnings season, but we'll get results from Amazon, Apple, Meta, and Microsoft. 4 of the Magnificent 7. But we'll also get AMD, Starbucks, Qualcomm, Intel, and about 900 others. And we'll start things off Monday morning with McDonald's. The company missed expectations last quarter and warned of declining traffic. Since then, the company has emphasized its value menu, and that seems to have helped traffic. So the question will be all about the margin impact. Tilray reports after the close, and it is unusual to see this, but investors have become increasingly bullish the stock since the beginning of the year, all while short interest remains around its all-time high. Eventually, someone is going to be proven wrong. It says something that there is more interest in AMD's results than Microsoft's after the close on Tuesday, but investors are in search of the next NVIDIA, and AMD is the closest competitor. So far, AMD has been unable to really compete, but the trends remain positive. On the other hand, all the trends are positive for Microsoft too, but the stock has sold off since the CrowdStrike issues. It is unlikely to impact results, but it will be on investors' minds when the company tells us what they are seeing. Ultimately, though, this is about Azure trends, AI PCs, and Copilot. Wednesday is topped by Meta Platforms, which reports after the close. Online advertising has tracked positively, and Meta AI seems well received, which leaves the main risks as it's spending on AI and data centers. Investors are also eyeing ARM Holdings, which reports shortly before Meta. By the time we get their results, we'll likely know more about putting AI on the edge and into PCs, based on what AMD and Microsoft tell us. But remember, you can't spell AI PC without ARM or something like that. Despite the softening consumer, Amazon trends remain positive, and the company continues to invest in new areas of future growth. For now, though, this is more about how big the pie is growing for cloud and AI, and how well AWS is doing relative to Azure. Just before Apple reported results last quarter, investor sentiment had fallen to around its lowest level of the past 20 years. The company announced its AI plans in June, and that resulted in a breakout above the $200 level. For the most part, checks have leaned positive during the quarter, but we are still a quarter or two away from AI playing much of a role in Apple's results. So $200 and bearish sentiment likely make for support between now and then. Friday will mainly see the focus on ExxonMobil. At the beginning of the year, short interest was at multi-year highs and the stock was appearing as if it would break down below $100. Instead, the stock started to get squeezed up to around the 120 level before the short sellers bailed. Now, however, $120 is potentially back in play, even though earnings are trending lower and the floor of short interest is gone. Don't go anywhere though, because AMC Entertainment is going to sneak in their earnings release after the close on Friday. The results shouldn't be a surprise because they already told us what they will report, which leaves the focus on the outlook for the upcoming quarters. We'll know a little bit about that by then because earlier in the day, Cinemark will report results, but AMC's issues is its debt more so than its operations. With more than 900 companies scheduled to report, we're sure to see a lot of double-digit moves. Sleep Number could see nearly 30% if option traders are correct, but it is a stock that typically sees a reaction of 20% to its results. Last quarter, the company reported positive results, putting one of the few green arrows on the chart since the beginning of 2022, but checks were mostly weak during the quarter and the stock is retesting its lows. As mentioned last week, as we move out the earnings calendar to include all of August, we finally get NVIDIA showing up. This is the first time in at least 25 years that the company will have reported earnings during the last week in August. Normally, the company reports during the second or third week.
Shh.